Hello and welcome to the Box Score Breakdown. I'm your host, William Harris, aka William is Bill, and we're back with another great episode of the Box Score Breakdown. Thank you all for coming back, joining us. We appreciate you. This show is presented to you by FanDuel. If you're not familiar with the Box Score Breakdown, we are here to recap the games of the night and tell you all about the fantasy news and notes about the day's agenda. And put it like that. Today, very special day. It's the NBA Cup quarterfinals. We had the number 1 OKC Thunder versus the number 4 Spurs, and the Lakers, who are ranked second, versus the number 3 Spurs. So we can get straight to it like it's nothing to it. This quarter finals Emirates Cup situation is truly screwing up the league and the schedule. Most teams this week had 1, 2, or 3 games. And, that's not normal for the NBA. And, especially if you have 1 game for the whole week. I mean, I guess it's good for guys who had rest. But, the NBA is trying new things. I'm not sure how long this NBA Cup will be in existence, but we shall see. All right, let's get straight to it like it's nothing to it. It was only 2 games, like I said. First game was the OKC Thunder versus the Suns, 1 versus 4. So obviously the number 1 seed has the advantage because they're a much better team. 24-1, 14-11. I don't even know how the Suns are in this, but it is what it is. The Suns don't even know how they were in this. But complete blowout from start to finish. Like I said, 138-89. The Thunder were dominant all night long, hitting 3-pointers all game long. I mean, just anytime the Suns figured they might have had a slither of a chance, they're just knocking down threes over and over and over. So let's start with the Suns. Valiant effort, but they're just outmanned and overmatched. Let's start with Royce O'Neal. Only 4 points in 26 minutes, 4 boards. He did have 2 steals, but he had 5 turnovers. And this is a game where you need Royce O'Neal because the Thunder have so many guys to throw at you. Royce O'Neal is one of those guys that are very useful in a game like this against a team like that, and he just was not able to get anything going. Dillon Brooks, same type of situation. He had 16 points, 2 boards, and 1 assist, but it just seemed like his heart wasn't really in this game. 4 of 16 from the field. There was even a little skerfuffle. That's not a word, but you know what I mean? And he was just like, and that's not Dillon Brooks. He's normally in the mix big time. But speaking of that kerfuffle, Grayson Allen was the one that started it. Grayson Allen had 10 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, 1 turnover, and 1 steal. And you could tell he started that because of frustration. And when I say started, it's because Chet Holmgren fell into Grayson Allen during this game. And you could tell Grayson Allen didn't like that. And also the fact that they were losing by like 30 points at the time. He said, I'm going to get Chet Holmgren back. So a play or 2 later, Chet Holmgren comes down the court. He doesn't even know he ran into Grayson Allen's leg. It was clear it was just an accident. He kind of got bumped into him. He comes off a screen. Grayson Allen just forearm booms Chet Holmgren, knocks him to the ground. Immediate, everyone gets in each other's face. Jalen Williams is like, what is going on? That's when Dillon Brooks was like, get out of here. It only helped the Thunder. They got hype off of it. Grayson Allen got ejected from the game. Nothing changed. The blowout continued. So Grayson Allen doing Grayson Allen things. He learned that at Duke. So he got it honest. But he had 10 points, 4 assists, and a steal. But I think everyone's tired of Grayson Allen's antics. We thought he was good. He hadn't done anything much in a year or 2. But it's still in him. It's just in him. But moving on from Grayson Allen, Mark Williams, the big man, 9 points, 5 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal in 19 minutes. That is not a good game by Mark Williams at all. It's okay if he has 9 points. But 5 rebounds is not okay. 0 blocks is not okay. That's what he's in there for. He's playing against Chet Holmgren, and Chet just looks so much faster than him. And it just wasn't the game for Mark Williams. I know he will bounce back. He should at least, very minimum, have 8 rebounds. But, he only played 19 minutes because it was a blowout. And, they are using him with kid gloves probably all season long. So that's why this performance happened from Mark Williams. Colin Gillespie, the guy that's been dominant for the Suns out of nowhere, had a stinker tonight as well. In 26 minutes, only had 2 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers. He did have 3 steals, but 2 points in 26 minutes is just not good. And 3 assists, that's what he's in there for, mainly is assists. So he didn't have points or assists. It was a huge struggle from the field. When Caruso, Dort, Casey Wallace is out there, it's going to be tough. So they put it on the Suns all together, but especially Colin Gillespie. But, better days are coming. Next game, most of these guys will bounce back. Jamari Bouye is a guy that stood out to me. He's their third string point guard currently. He looked really good out there. He was one of the few guys that was out there trying hard, playing well, had 14 points and 6 assists with a steal and a block. And you may not know Jamari Bouye, but I scouted him because I do the All Rookie podcast. I scouted him coming out of college. He played like Steph Curry in college. He played at a very, very small school. So he clearly was a pro amongst non-pros. And he, 30-foot three-pointers all day long, So his offensive repertoire is there. It's just being condensed because he's trying to make it in the NBA. But he has talent, went 6 for 9 from the field. So with opportunity, Jamari Bouye is a deep league guy to keep your eye out on because with this team with Devin Booker out, he's got opportunity. And, this was a blowout, but he's been doing well the last 5 games or so. So just, they need scoring. They need talent. Jamari Bouye is providing it when necessary. Jordan Goodwin is the more reliable option normally. He only played 19 minutes in this one, though, but he had 15 points, 3 boards, 1 assist, and 2 steals. Other than that, it was just a bunch of garbage time. Ryan Dunn, 4 points. Rasheed Fleming, that's my guy, second-round rookie this year. Got some garbage time finally in 10 minutes. Has 7 points. Literally everyone played on both teams. You never see that. It's always a DMP or 2 or just no need to play a guy. Literally everybody played, all 13 on each team. And I'll mention Kama Malawat, their first-round pick, 10th pick overall, played 10 minutes, hardly did anything in those 10 minutes, but 2 points, 3 boards, 1 assist. We just wonder if it's going to happen this year. It's not looking good because they are playing Nick Richards and Mark Williams, but we will see. Let's go on to the winners of the game, the OKC Thunder. Chet Holmgren, 24 points, 8 boards, 3 blocks, 2 assists. Classic Chet Holmgren game. That's what you're looking for. SGA, 28, 2 boards, 8 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Nobody played over 27 minutes, which was Shea's number of minutes. Most of them were 22, 23 minutes for the big names. Lou Dort, he was knocking down threes left and right, especially at key times as well. 4 for 8 from 3. 12 points, 4 boards, 1 assist. J-Dub, 15 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, and a steal. Casey Wallace, only 9 points, but 4 boards and 2 assists. The main thing Casey was in there for was steals. He got them. 4 steals for Casey Wallace. Whenever you see his stat line, you think it always looks disappointing till you get to the steals category. And you just know he's 4 for 5 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3. He's just going to be all good minutes when he's out there. And like I said, it was a blowout. So the bench players all got over 10 minutes. Everyone on the bench played a minimum of 10 minutes. This was crazy. Let's start with Jalen Williams, the big. He only had 2 points, but he played really well out there. He is such a good piece for this team. He doesn't need the ball. He's going to make the right play. Coming out of college, I knew he was a tremendous passer. That was one of his best assets, and he was on full display tonight. 6 boards, 6 assists, and a steal. And if they let Jalen Williams shoot more, he really can score too. But they're just not using him like that as a big for OKC. Ousmane Dieng was impressive out there as well. 11 points, 3 boards. Sometimes you see the stats and you're like, But I'm telling you, he looked like someone that should be getting minutes consistently on this team. 11 points, 4 for 6 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3. He was going off the dribble, step back threes. I was like, okay, Ousmane Dieng, this is what we've been waiting to see. Hopefully this will carry on into the future because I want to see him get more minutes. He was a top 10, top 12 pick for this team and not really ever given the opportunity to play with the real squad. He kills in the G League, so he killed tonight. Look out for Ousmane Dieng if there's opportunity. Brandon Carlson, 11 points, 2 boards, and a block. And I'll mention AJ Mitchell, 9 points, 3 boards, 4 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. Everyone just played well for this team, and they're just so talented, so deep. What else can you say? And the Suns are just so not. All right, I just want to say it was only 2 games tonight. The second game just ended, but, this is the time where I can tell you about, NBA Fantasy Today with Doc and Brewski, the legends. We're on right before they come on. So listen to us, then you'll listen to them next. Subscribe to the Box Score Breakdown. You're already subscribed to NBA Fantasy Today. Like us on YouTube, comment, all that good stuff. We are live. We record live. So if you have questions, we can answer them at the end of the show. Love to hear your questions. This is a SportsEthos presentation. Let's get to the last game of the night. The Lakers versus the Spurs. Number 2 Lakers, number 3 Spurs. And we'll start with the Spurs. Harrison Barnes with 16 points, 3 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal. And he's been playing very well for the Spurs of late. We don't know how long that's going to last, probably until Wemby comes back, but he's been playing very well. And no one really expected the Spurs to win against the Lakers because, there's no Wemby, but the team showed up and played well. If I didn't say the score, 132 to 119, the Spurs won. Luke Cornett started as well again, 10 points, 8 boards, and a block. That's all you can ask for Luke. De'Aaron Fox, 20 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals. Nice all-around game. I want to say great, but I know he can get more assists than that. But really good game from De'Aaron Fox. Devin Vassell, not a good game. 8 points. He went 2 for 10 from the field. Had 4 boards, 5 assists, 3 steals, and a block. Those 3 steals and a block help a lot. But Devin Vassell is out there for scoring. So 2 for 10, that's not acceptable. And I mean, it just depends. He could lose his starting position or find himself on the move if he doesn't step it up. Because they got a young stud off the bench. We'll get to him in a minute. But Stephon Castle, the big name for the team, other than De'Aaron Fox without Wemby, 30 points, 10 boards, 6 assists. He did have 4 turnovers, but 30 and 10 and 6. For Stephon Castle, he's turning into a star. Will he be an all-star this year? If he keeps this up, he will. 10 of 14 from the field. Every time you watch the game, I was able to see the first half. He's just in total control, and he just looks like he's the guy out there, So when Wemby comes back, it's going to be a nice fit. And they beat the Lakers without Wemby, so, they're deep. They're not as talented as OKC because they have some holes, but they're trending up. We'll see what moves they make in the future. But Dylan Harper, that other young, talented guard who will continue to rise, is a part of that foundation. Unfortunately, he only played 20 minutes tonight. Had a really good game last game. But in this one, 20 minutes, 13 points, 3 boards, 3 assists, and 1 steal. He did shoot 6 for 12 from the field, so he was a positive, And I mean, his plus minus was -2, but I mean, he played well. 13 points, 50% from the field. You can't be mad at that at all. Only 2 turnovers, but he showed some good signs out there. Like I said, last game was great. People are seeing the talent that is Dylan Harper. So keep an eye out on him in the future. Julian Champagny, 16.7 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Great all-around game. Keldon Johnson, same for him. 17 and 8 with a steal. So you see the depth. We mentioned De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell, Stephon Castle, Keldon Johnson, Julian Champagny, Dylan Harper. That is 6 guys that can play the 1, 2, or 3 in some, random order. But that's deep. They are not deep at bigs, though. So you have Wemby, and that's it. Jeremy Shohan was a DNP. That's not good because he was a first-round pick. He should be playing. He should be getting better. He has not. So that's where they're lacking. OKC is not that deep at big either. But like I said, they have the big and J-Dub, who may not put up the points, the stats, but he's a key piece to the team. Sohan should be doing that for this team, and it's not happening yet. Carter Bryant, DNP as well. He will get out there before you know it. Now, for the Lakers, LeBron James, after he had 57 the other night, 19 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 blocks. Classic LeBron James game. A few less points than he used to, but great all-around game. And, there's nothing you can say negative about that. If you had LeBron, you're very happy tonight, especially 15 rebounds, 3 blocks, 8 assists. What more could you ask for? Rui Hachimura had a down game. At halftime, he had like 2 points. Finished with 8, not much else. 1 board, 1 assist, 1 block. Normally, Rui is much better than this, so we'll just mark it as I don't know. In 31 minutes, he shot well from the field. He just didn't shoot that much. 3 or 4 from the field. So, LeBron is back. That's taking opportunities from Rui. He's just fitting in now. DeAndre Ayton, he was active. By active, he was a lot of places he should be, but it just didn't show up offensively. Only 11 points. But he went 5 for 9 from the field. Solid field goal percentage, but it just wasn't enough. 8 rebounds and a steal. Wish he had a block. He did not. He was in good position a lot of the game, though. Luka Doncic, 11 for 24 from the field with 35 points, 5 boards, 8 assists. Did have 3 turnovers, but also had a steal. That's just what we expect from Luka. It's kind of crazy. He went 3 for 8 from 3, too. So he made another 3 or 2. He would have had a 40-piece. But great from Luka. Everyone's worried about his free throw percentage. That's why he's never number 1. But 10 for 14 from the free throw line, I can't be mad at that. Austin Reeves and Luka both played over 40 minutes. But Austin had 15 points, 8 boards, 7 assists, 3 turnovers, and a block. And you can see his light has dimmed a little bit with LeBron back. But they have a 3-headed monster. It's just the bench has to do more. They need the depth. They have 6 guys that can score for the most part. And the 6 guys interchangeable between LaRavia and Marcus Smart. And so if everyone's not playing great, it's a struggle. So we had Luka and LeBron play great. Everyone else was solid or below. LaRavia, like I mentioned, 9 minutes, nothing. 1 steal. That was pretty much it. Marcus Smart, though, did have 26 points. 9 for 16 from the field. 8 for 14 from 3. He's the only reason they were in the game for the most part. 3 rebounds, no steals, but he did have a block. Great all-around performance by Marcus Smart. He had been out the last few games, and what a return. If he can stay healthy, he's going to help this team out a lot. He's not going to do this every night or often at all, honestly. This was a throwback Marcus Smart game minus the defensive stats. But this team I saw today, they're going to try to get Herb Jones. The Lakers are always trying to get somebody good from some other team for nothing. We'll see what happens, but the depth is just not there. So we will see what happens. Let's go over the players of the night for this 2-game lineup. We'll go with Jamari Bouye for the Suns, 14-6. It wasn't a great game for the Suns. Was he the player of the game for the Suns? Yeah, I guess so. Dylan Brooks had more points, but not by much. Like just 2 more points, but no other stats. So yeah, that's why they lost. SGA 28-8, classic. They had a lot of guys that could have been the player of the night for the Thunder. And Stephon Castle, 30 points, 10 boards, 6 assists, tremendous game. And Luka Doncic with 35 points and 8 assists. Now let's see. No questions tonight. So we'll just I would love to answer some questions, but I appreciate you guys watching and listening. This is a Sports Ethos presentation. Follow me on Twitter at William is Bill. Me, myself, and Tim Woodson are here for you Monday through Friday with the box score breakdown. Make sure you subscribe. Check out at Ethos Fantasy NBA. Check out at Sports Ethos. And like I said, at William is Bill. Subscribe to the YouTube. All that good stuff. We appreciate you guys so much for listening and watching. Until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.